So hello and what's up everybody, welcome back to Screen Technicals. Today in this video we are going to handle, you can say, our this address part of thing, right? Now in the previous video we have seen that how we can, you can say upload and update our profile image, and we have, you can say, seen how can we display these things. So we have already discussed that in the previous video. If you have not accessed the playlist of this series, then it's my request to you to access that playlist and watch this series from starting. So let's go back to the VS Code, right? And this is the profile, you can say, the profile function, or the, you can say, the methods which we have created, the logic behind the, you can say, uploading and updating, you can say, our profile image. Now in this video we are going to create, you can say, our that is the address part of thing, right? So here first what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a function, right, and I'm naming it as address simply, and it accepts request and it returns, let's say for right now I'm writing here simply pass, right, because it's not going to render any type of right here simply return 0, nothing. So actually it is not going to, you can say, return any type of HTML page. Rather it is only going to, you can say, we're going to only, you can say, submit the form through this, right? If you just go to the profile.html page, and at this point you can see this thing, this address upload this form, and we are going to submit this form and we are going to call this function for that, right? But before that we have to create, you can say, the models for that, right? That is our address model. So go to the models.py, and at this point I'm going to create, you can say, I'm going to create an address model, and it will be models.model, right? And it will have the user, so it is going to have the user, or I can just directly copy and paste this thing because it is going to be the same thing, right? Okay, so it is user equals to models.foreign key. I'm just, you can say, accessing, you can say, that is my user model, and after that I want to create, you can say, text field that is for my address. That is, okay, RESS address is going to be models dot is going to be char field, right? I'm using char field. If you want you can use text field, right? So char field, and the max length will be equals to let's say it should be equals to 150, simple, or not simple, make it simply 100, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, you can say, call this method, it is dev underscore str, okay, str self dot user is user name, right? Save this other thing, right? And I'm going to register this in my, you can say, what is that? That is that admin.py. So just replicate this thing and make it as address, and we have to import the event. So paste this at this point, save this other thing. Now we have to migrate this. Just open up, you can say, your terminal. At this point press Ctrl C, okay, and I'm going to write here python.py make migrations, hit enter, and I'm going to migrate, hit enter. Okay, it has been successfully migrated. Clean the terminal and hit the server again. Open up, you can say, your go to the browser, go to the admin, you can say, admin panel, refresh it, and let's see, and you can see this thing addresses this thing, right? So click on this, and if you click on this, you can see it is showing me, you can say, this user and this, you can say, this char field area, right? So that's working. Go back. Now go back to the VS Code, open up the views.py, and at this point we are going to first, you can say, at this point I'm going to first, you can say, just writing a simple command, that is handling, right? Okay, handling the address of the user. And after this, I'm going to, you can say, fetch my current user. So I'm going to write here current user. Okay, it is current. Okay, it is current underscore user. This is going to be request dot user, and then I'm going to check if the request dot method, if it is equals to, if it is post method, then again I'm going to check, that is the same thing. To get rid of that, you can say multi key value error, right? So right here, I'm going to write here, let's first go to the profile.html, and at this point you can find this address underscore area. Just copy this name, go to the views.py, and at this point inside this quotes paste that if it is in, right, that is request dot post, then I'm going to, you can say, fetch my address area. So address underscore area is going to be request dot post, and it's going to be this address area, right? Okay, and after this, what I'm going to do is, you can say, I'm going to check, right? First time, what I'm going to do, I'm going to check that if you can say, if the instance of my you can say the first instance of this address, right, the first instance of this address model is present in my database or not. So for that, I'm going to write here if not address dot, okay, we have to import the address. So copy this thing, go to this point and import the address. Save this little thing, address dot objects dot filter, right? And I'm going to filter my user. This is going to be equals to current user, right, dot first, just like that. So I'm checking that if the first instance of this address object exists or not, simply, right? And then I'm going to write here address is going to be equals to address, and I'm going to create, actually I'm going to create that address. So it's going to be the user, this is going to be current user, and the address is going to be equals to address area, right? It is address area, just like this. And then I'm going to save this thing, so it's going to be address dot save, just like that. And I'm going to return redirect to, you can say, my profile page, just like that. Save this thing and remove this thing from this point. And also I'm going to display, you can say, a message. So right here, messages dot success, and you accept the request, and it's going to be address uploaded, uploaded successfully, just like that. Save this much of thing, and I'm right here else. So what I'm doing is, if there is no, if you can say, if there is no instance of the, you can say, of this address of this particular user, right? Or you can simply, you can say, understand that if there is no address of this user, then I'm going to create the address, and if this address already exists, then I'm going to update this address, right? So at this point, I'm right here, address is equals to, right, address dot objects dot filter. I'm going to filter, you can say, I'm going to filter using my user. This is going to be equals to current user, right? and then I'm going to update the value. You can say that is the address part is going to be address underscore area, just like this. And then I'm going to display a message that is messages dot success. It accepts the request. I'm going to be address updated successfully, just like that. And then I'm going to return redirect to my profile page. That's what I'm going to do. Save this much of thing, and now let's see. Just go to your browser, right? Refresh it. Okay, click on this, refresh it, and let's click on this. Okay, we have to also, you can say, add the path, right? So go to the profile.html, and where is that? At this point, I'm going to write here slash address slash. Save this much of thing, right? And everything is fine. Let's refresh the page again. Okay, now click on this. So writing here, let's say something just like this, and upload. Page not found. Yes, we have not, you can say add, you can say this address in our yours.py. So just make sure you are writing at this point. So you may write here address, save this much of thing, and make sure you are writing the correct spelling, right? So it's correct, I hope so. Yeah, save this much of thing. Go to, you can say this page, go to your browser, go back, refresh the page, click on this, just like this, upload, and address uploaded successfully. Go to, you can say this admin panel, refresh it, and you can find this. I'm going to see this admin. If I click on this, I'm going to get the address at this point, right? Now let's try to update it again. So let's say I'm writing here again something just like this, upload, and let's see, refresh this page, and hope so we are going to get, you can say, the second part. So click on this, now it has been updated. You can see it has been updated. So this is working, right? It's not going to create, you can say, another instance of you can say another instance of the address for this particular user. It's if you can say if it exists, then it's going to update its value, right? Okay, now come to this point. Now we have to also display, you can say, our address at this point. So go back to the VS Code, go to the views.py, and I'm going to display that in my profile page. So at this point, after this, you can see this else statement, and before this context, at this point I'm going to you can say I'm going to fetch my address. So right here, address is going to be okay, it is address dot objects dot filter. So I'm going to fetch, you can say, the address of my current user. So it's going to user is going to be current user, and this is going to be dot first, right? And then I'm going to check if this address exists. If it exists, then I want to you can say fetch, you can say, my that address. So I'm going to write here address underscore display. This is going to be equals to address dot address, just like that, right? And then if the address does not exist, right? So I'm going to write here else address underscore display is going to be you can say please provide, okay, please provide your current address. Say this much of thing, right? And I have to pass this address underscore display to my context. So at this point, I'm going to pass this value just like this. Okay, save this much of thing, right? Now go to the profile.html, and where is that? This is the address, and just remove this thing. At this point I want to write here this thing, address underscore display. Save this much of thing, right? And let's see if it is working or not. Go to the browser and refresh it, and you can find this thing. So I'm writing here simply India, okay, and then upload, and it should be uploaded, right? And you can see this thing, India has been uploaded to this point, and address uploaded, you can say updated successfully. It is showing me, right? So this is working. So we have seen about the address. Now in the next video we are going to see how you can say create this logout option, and it is going to be pretty much very simple, right? So thanks for watching this video guys, and I will see you next time in another video.